it's kind of contagious when the ball hops and everybody touches it and gets involved.
One of the best games they've played, I think, this season. I haven't seen all their games, but...
It's time to move on, so I think that will be goodbye, but I've had an absolutely amazing time doing it. Because I know when it's gone, it's completely gone and you can't come back, so that's why I say I've got no regrets, because I think I carried on going as long as I could, tried to get the best out of myself and everything that was around me and the circumstances, and now it's time to move on, so I think that will be goodbye, but I've had an absolutely amazing time doing it.
It's gonna hurt, but I blame myself first, 'cause I ignored the truth. Drunk off of that love, my head up, there's no forgetting you. You've awoken me, but you're choking me. I was so...
This will be his 800th club career appearance and also his 400th Premier League appearance for Chelsea.
I love you, I love you, I love you, I loved you dangerously.
Goal 201 for Chelsea. He's just one behind Bobby Tambling now. And he moves ahead of Jimmy Greaves as Chelsea's all-time third top goal scorer.
Here though is Frank Lampard with a chance. Is that the goal? Is that the goal that will seal the Premier League title for Chelsea?
I didn't think it would be that sad for me, to be honest. Thinking about all the penalties he's taken for England, oh my gosh.
I know, right? It was really sad watching that, Nish. Crazy.
And it's just way too much. I still can't believe it at the minute, okay? But you know what they say, all good things eventually have to come to an end.
I know, right? Just like how today is the end of the week.
And of course, Daily Show with Swarna and myself, at least until Monday.
Yeah.
I have to recover now.
Are you all right?
I'm good.
And if you stick around till the end of the show, all you Hung Hung winners will find out exactly what you won.
So it's either the album of songs or the mini egglets.
Or this big trick.
What? What are you calling big trick? What? Back to the news though. If you somehow have not been up to date yet,
don't worry, we've got you covered even on YouTube.
First up, Frank Lampard retiring from professional football after 21 years. 21!
I know, that's crazy. That means when I was kicking in my mum's belly, Lampard was already kicking football around.
Okay, if you put it that way. Well, he has made 429 appearances in total for Chelsea, scoring 147 times. For his international side, well, he earned 106 caps, netting 29 times. That's quite something.
Lampard's career in the top flight began over 20 years ago as a fresh substitute for West Ham. He went on to make over 100 appearances for his boyhood side. In 2001, he joined Chelsea. It was at Stamford Bridge where he would establish his position as a Premier League great, winning back-to-back titles in 2005 and 2006.
Moving to Chelsea was the best thing I ever did, because it took me to a club where I was, you know, fortunate enough to have such a long period of time in such a successful era in the club. So that was an amazing move for me, and I stayed there for such a long time.
Overall, Lampard has won 3 league titles, picking up the 3rd within the Blues' 2010
The first
double
couple
win.
we won relatively easy compared to this one. They were very special because they were the first ones we won, but this one again, after not winning it for 3 years, coming back and doing it in the style we did today especially, is superb.
As well as the team's success, Lampard is also Chelsea's record goal scorer thanks to this strike against Aston Villa in 2013.
Lampard! Chelsea's history maker!
After leaving Chelsea and the Premier League in 2014, Lampard returned briefly with Manchester City in an effort to prolong his career.
I've tried to eke out every bit I can out of it, because I know when it's gone, it's completely gone and you can't come back. So that's why I say I've got no regrets, because I think I carried on going as long as I could, tried to get the best out of myself and everything that was around me and the circumstances, and now it's time to move on. So I think that will be goodbye, but I've had an absolutely amazing time doing it.
Lamps will start a new life after a decorated playing career that ranks among the finest in the Premier League he's ever seen. Here's a look at what it's been like.
Lampard in towards Malouda.
Back in again and into the net. What a glorious finish by Frank Lampard. And Hull hits early on.
Oh, here's Chelsea with Lampard. He's into the box, Frank Lampard. This could be a seminal moment. He scored! Frank Lampard put it in, and Chelsea are half an hour from the title.
Second, and Robin now with Johnson ahead of him. It's still Arjen Robben. Helveg goal side. This is Lampard. Oh yes! Superb goal by Frank Lampard, and it's 2-0.
I've got to say, Dan.
Lampard goes for goal! Oh, stunning effort from Frank.
Distance pre-season, got great ability to keep the ball on target.
Like that! Oh! Third time lucky with the most unlikely of efforts. He did it with the dip.
Lampard! Oh, wow! That is an absolute beaut from Chelsea's 500 man. Frank Lampard, what a goal to bless the occasion.
Super Frankie. Now, besides scoring the many goals,
303 of them.
Yeah, but Super Frank also has quite an overflowing trophy cabinet.
4-time FA Cup winner.
The England international also won the Premier League 3 times.
The League Cup is a -1 from that.
And there's a Champions League medal also, when he captained the team, of course.
Also the Europa League, which he won the following year. Good thing he retired, because I bet he was running out of space in there.
Ooh.
With the race for the Premier League title taking shape, Chelsea have the advantage of going into this top-of-the-table clash against Arsenal.
Now, Arsene Wenger will have to watch from the stands as his side kick off their 189th London derby at Stamford Bridge.
The Blues tend to do well in their early kickoff games on Saturdays. Among the current Premier League sides, only Manchester United have a better win percentage in those matches, though it's the Gunners who average most goals per game at this time.
Opening the scoring, of course, is always important, and on that front, Chelsea have excelled this season, scoring first in the match more often than any other top-flight teams.
As for Arsenal, despite a disappointing defeat to Watford last time out, they've conceded the opening goal the fewest times.
So the question is, will Chelsea continue to pull away from the chasing pack, or will the Gunners bounce back from their shock defeat on Tuesday? Catch the action live with Adam Carruthers from 8 p.m. onwards on channels 816 and 834 in HD. To another Premier League side Lampard has played for, Manchester City of course, they'll be facing a resurgent Swansea, who have only lost once in January since the arrival of Paul Clement. But is the boss playing mind games already when he said this about his next opponent?
One of the best games they've played, I think, this season. I haven't seen all their games, but I think they played very well. They look very strong in the transition, you know, with the front three, young and very athletic. And that will give them confidence, which has been a little bit up and down, I think, recently. But they're a very good side, and from the goalkeeper right through to the front players, they've got a lot of talented players, and even looking at the bench as well, they're a very strong squad. But we know we've got 15 games to go. We've got a very hard game on Sunday. We keep going the way we are, you know, we've got a big chance. But there's a lot of football to be played. There's a lot of training sessions to go through. A lot of hard work to be done before we get to that point.
The way I see it, this one belongs to City, because the Swans have not had a lot of good luck on City's turf since 1951. Catch the action live on SuperSport 3 this weekend with Adam, Steve and Paul. Coverage begins at 9 p.m. As promised earlier, we are going to find out who won the Chuanchi Prize at the end of the show, so be sure to stay tuned.
And also, of course, we have some NBA action in a bit, something about a home winning streak and a mega successful coach.
Steve is the coach of the Western Conference All-Star. Oh, space!
This broadcast of the Premier League is brought to you by Calpis, Japan's first cultured milk drink. Brickfields Asia College, the fastest and smartest way. And MyEG, Malaysia's e-government service provider. The La Liga Santander, live on Bein Sports, Channel 837.
Saya ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada semua yang menonton filem Interchange,
yang telah menyokong filem Interchange
di Pawagam dan di Astro First.
Penghargaan yang sempurna bagi setiap pelakon adalah apabila usaha dan titik peluh mereka disokong dan disanjung oleh para penonton di layar perak.
Dengan sokongan anda, kami akan terus mengilhamkan filem yang berkualiti dan memartabatkan filem Malaysia di mata dunia. Teruskan menyokong filem Malaysia.
Welcome back. How many of you were expecting to hear this sooner rather than later? Well, Tiger Woods has withdrawn from the Dubai Desert Classic. The former world #1 suffered back spasms after dinner yesterday, which resulted in this decision. Was reportedly being paid a 7-figure fee just to appear in the tournament.
I miss playing here. I miss being here. It's been a while since I've been fit enough to play and travel this far again. So it's been good. It was tough. I mean. Peter, it was more than brutal because there were times when I physically didn't know if I could get out of bed. I had a lot of great people around me to help keep my spirits up, and two of the most important people in my life kept my spirits up every day, and my kids.
Now, it's actually quite amazing to think that he's won 14 majors throughout his career. Now, only Jack Nicklaus has won more. Can you believe it?
I know. Tiger may not have had the chance to beat that, but one man was looking to equal a certain record set in the NBA.
You're talking about Greg Popovich, right? AKA Colonel Sanders.
Yes.
Does look like
the
him, you know?
legendary boss was looking for, wait for it, win number 1,127,
wow,
which would have tied him for most career wins with a single franchise when they took the Philadelphia 76ers. Check it out. And leading the line for the Spurs is who else than Kawhi Leonard? Manu Ginobili, who's been around throughout Pops' reign at Spurs with the assists for Davis Bertans. He'd finished with 12 points and 6 boards, and that's when the Kawhi show started, tripping in that shot there and then the jumper here. Just the 19 points for San Antonio's main man, but he did get 8 boards, Spurs up by 6. The 76ers did improve in the second quarter, though. Ersan Ilyasova, the top scorer on the night with 25 points, providing the layup, and then Luwawu Cabarro from downtown, which put his side in the lead. But the second half would see the Spurs get on top of the opposition again. Danny Green with the 12 points for him. Brett Brown clearly not happy with his team's defending. San Antonio on an 11-0 run as Kawhi put some daylight between the sides. The bench was also a massive factor. Kyle Anderson with 2 of his 4 points and 5 rebounds. The win means Greg Popovich ties Jerry Sloan for most wins with one franchise as head coach. So this is where Pop sits in the all-time list. He's tied Jerry Sloan, who managed to lead the Jazz to 2 conference titles in 1997 and 98, while Greg Popovich has overseen San Antonio's best ever era, leading them to every single NBA championship they have won. The Beard here already looking focused on getting back-to-back wins for the Rockets, but former Rockets man Dwight Howard will be looking to spoil the party. And Howard quickly made a statement of intent with this emphatic dunk right here. The Beard then was looking to show Howard who's the true boss at Houston with a couple of threes to put the Rockets 9 up. Not on my turf, Dwight. While Howard met his kryptonite, he had Hardaway Jr. to thank as he stepped up in the 4th first with that 3. And then a pick and roll with Howard to drive in the paint and lay it in. He had 33 points in the night, with 23 coming in the 4th alone. And then with 17.9 seconds left, the Beard tried to inspire OT, but his teammate Ariza let him down with the failed 3. The Hawks win this one by 5.
A three.
It's never over until the clock strikes 0-0, man. And we just kept fighting to the end. Right. Doing a good job of just executing our plays down the stretch. And the guys just kept it on me to keep on attacking the basket.
Dude, we got Dennis here too. He sits, you're in there, everybody, it's rolling all of a sudden. What got you, I mean, just getting you going in terms of that three and then opening up the drive?
Just knocking down shots.
Special.
Yeah, it was very special out there. But yeah, you gotta give credit to my teammates. You know, we were getting defensive stops. Everybody was helping Dwight down there on the boards, crashing the boards, running out, and getting easy baskets.
Man, what does this mean for this team, Dwight? This team coming back from a deficit like that against one of the best teams in the league.
I mean, we played a great.
It's all about heart. Ain't no question for that. It's all about heart.
Right. I mean, we got a good win, man. Houston's a great team. James had an unbelievable game, man. We just stuck with the game plan. We just kept attacking. We did a good job, man. I'm glad we got a good win here.
You got going early with some dunks. I know this game meant a lot to you. What was it? What was the feeling as you started to come back and feel like you had a chance to really steal this?
Well, you know, we just stuck with the game plan. You know, we try to do our best on Harden. He's a tough guy to guard, you know what I'm saying? He can get to the free throw line anytime. He was on fire in the third quarter. But, you know, we just kept attacking on the other end and forced the other guys to try to beat us.
Hey, Tim Harden, that was something.
Right. We call him Grover because he always looked mad on the court. But he had a great game, man. I'm happy for him. And we just got to keep it going.
Like, congratulations, man. Great work. All right, back to you, Kevin.
Over to the capital now. Scott Brooks was named the coach of the month of January. That's after a 12-4 run in the new year. Plus, they're also unbeaten for 15 games and counting at home, largely thanks to this man, John Wallstar, the Great Wall, or whatever you want to call him. Like any other wall, he wasn't the only brick. Another standout is Bradley Beal. Now, he would register 5 3-pointers the entire game. For the Lakers, well, they didn't help themselves. Larry Nance Jr. with one of their 15 turnovers the whole night. Oh dear. Jay Wall didn't have any problem releasing the ball though. That was a no-look pass. Again, people, the Great Wall wasn't built by one man, maybe two lah, you know. BB got in the action as well with the alley-oop, and Beal would finish with 23 points. Yes, they were outdone, but no, they don't want to be outshone. Lakers with an answer to the Wizards AO. Coming up with their own version, the California style. But over at the Capitol, they just don't know how to spell L-O-S-E. Home win extended to 16, and they take this one by 12. The Clippers looking to make it 2 wins in a row after beating Phoenix just 2 days ago. But it was Kevin Durant who had a double-double kind of night. And he was in a rush to get out of traffic in the first quarter. And later, Andre Iguodala finding Kevin Looney and 12-point game to the Warriors in the second. Blake Griffin tried to get the Clippers back in the game, pulling a move you'd normally see in an all-star slam dunk contest. Third quarter now, JaVale McGee working in tandem with Steph Curry, keeping their double-digit advantage. Then Curry being Curry, through the Clippers' defense for the layup and foul. Former Warrior Maurice Spades thought he'd do one over his old team, but he falls short. Quite literally, losing out to KD, who shows him how it's really done. 26 points and 10 helpers by the forward. Iguodala then with the finger roll, and of course to beat the buzzer. He was 1 of 3 from the bench to contribute double-digit points, but a far cry from this man at 29 points and 11 helpers for Curry. This one was a whitewash by 13.
Winning 12 of your last 13, and tonight only 2 of your usual 5 starters on the court, but you guys still continue to roll.
Yeah, we got a deep team, and all the guys fit into their roles and executing our game plan, our identity every night, no matter who suits up. So we'd rather be healthy, have everybody out there, but to have a showing like this on a back-to-back with so many guys out is a big-time night.
What do you have to say about the offensive efficiency tonight? Again, shooting over 50% from the field, and then you guys are at, what, 37 assists on, it's just incredible.
We're unselfish, and we know how to move without the ball and just find the open guy. It's kind of contagious when the ball hops and everybody touches it and gets involved. Whoever has that shot, you like your chances of it going in. So it's the way we play, and when we do it well, we usually get wins.
Don't worry, I hear you. What's on over the weekend, you ask? Well, if James Harden is your cup of tea, then you'll be delighted to know that he's entertaining D-Wade & Co. on Saturday. Now, that game starts at 9 a.m. Sunday. The reigning NBA champs travel to the Big Apple to take on Melo and Porzingis. That's live from 9:30 a.m. on SuperSport 4.
Hong Kong winners, it's almost time for you to find out what you won.
Almost, or were we kidding about that? Well, you'll find out when we return from the break. Plus, FTF. FTF? Learn it up.
I think it's going to be a massive loss for the game. He was such a great player over so many years for Chelsea. He's a real stalwart of the club.
The chase for Europe's greatest football title continues as the battle heats up in the round of 16. The UEFA Champions League on Astro's SuperSport channels.
You are Navy SEAL. Inspired by SEAL Team 6 missions.
24 hours ago, armed men assaulted a girls' school 80 miles northwest of Benin City, Nigeria. They also captured Richard Taggart, former troop chief at this command.
Sir, my team wants that mission.
No matter the dangers, no matter the obstacles, no man is left behind. 6, same day as the U.S., Thursday, 9 p.m. on History.
And welcome back to Daily. There's still lots more to cover from the world of sports. And of course, we try to deliver it to you in our very own unique way.
That's right. I always look forward to FTF on Fridays.
And what's FTF, Swarna? Sure you got the letters right? FTF?
How can you not know, Michelle? It's Fun Talk Friday.
Oh, I thought you meant something else, the one you can't actually say on TV. But yeah, right. Let's get straight to it then.
The world's fastest man is in the building, and he was so quick we couldn't get to him for an interview. So we settled for the next best person, his comrade Assafa Powell. Tell us, man, what do you really think of Frank Lampard retiring?
It was for me. It came as a shock, you know, because I didn't expect it.
Seriously, do you even know who he is?
I was a bit shocked. I was like.
Usain should know. He's a legit footy fan. Okay, try naming one team he's played for, Assafa.
You know, but you know, he went and he moved it all the way down there. So, you know, it's very exciting.
Thought so. I think Chelsea fans would disagree. Moving on to the desert, and before you ask, Mish, there were no llama sightings, just men in bike shorts. That guy thought he'd be faster if he did the 100-meter sprint, though. Some had it tougher than the rest, like that man drinking from his water bottle. That is not face paint, in case you're wondering. Think the Royal Rumble on a bike. Everyone wanted to know how he did it, and he was more than happy to tell the tale.
Over to New York, where thousands of people decided to have their own version of a fun run in the Empire State Building inside. Now, the race managed to attract pranksters who decided to crash the party. Not all were pranksters, though, as there were some true fighters who soldiered on to complete the race. Now, we at Daily salute your effort. And of course, back to Stamford Bridge, where we have something Wong waiting to talk to us about Lampard's retirement. So, how has your Chinese New Year been, Wong? I bet you're missing Malaysia and the heat and the ang paos, of course.
I think it's going to be a massive loss for the game. He was such a great player over so many years for Chelsea. He's a real stalwart of the club. And I think he's going to be really missed by Chelsea.
Okay, so Michelle made up his name there, and there's something really wrong with Wong. He totally ignored your question. Never mind, let's try our luck with Grandpa Smith. Hi, Grandpa Smith. Do you remember me from the trip to Stamford Bridge last time around? You took me on a tour around London. How have you been?
Fantastic player and servant to Chelsea Football Club. Brilliant, you know, and I'm glad that he maybe come back here as an assistant or something.
Now, of course, before we leave Stamford Bridge, we have another person that we have to talk to, which is also Grandpa Smith. Just that this was when he was in his teenage years, the younger and less wiser Smith. Well, it certainly reminds me of the show Back to the Future. Now, I'm not going to ask him any questions anymore because if the future him ignored Swarna, I'm sure he would have done the same in his younger days. So,
I think it's brilliant. 203 goals. If you're going to sign off on a high. I can see him definitely being back here.
He was avoiding your question too. Maybe there's something wrong with our line. I don't know. Anyway, as promised, it's time to draw the names of our lucky 7 winners who have won these Zhuangzi toys. And I see our producer just got us right there. Let me go get it. Perfect.
Okay, so how it's gonna work is the first name will win prize number 1 as indicated on the screen. The second name we pull out will win the second prize and so on. So go ahead, Michelle, pull out the first name.
Ta-da! They should have a little effect right there. Okay, I'm going to pull out the first name, which is...
We've got balloons. Oh, there. Okay, there you go.
Okay. Ho Bing Lai. Okay, you have the second one.
Okay.
There we go.
He gets the egg. Go In Neng. You get number 2.
Okay. And let's see. We have... Which one is this? Satish Atanga Dorai.
Nice.
Maybe put the names, the ones that we picked
let's
here.
do that.
There we go.
I have a Satya Nathan, number 4.
Number 4. Number 5. We have a Tanja Hao, 2003 for some reason.
That's probably like his Instagram handle or something. Derek Gunn, number 6. Is it 6? Yes, number 6.
And the last one is deep inside. Okay, wait, 1 second. One second. Can you give me a drum roll, please? And then it goes to number 7, Kavita Muthusamy, right there.
Okay,
there
nice.
We go.
Congratulations to all of you, and we will be getting in touch very soon. So thank you so much for watching Daily today.
And we'll see you next time. Ciao.
Bye.
Demam purple kini di tahap maksima.
Semakin memuncak dengan virus panas membara.
Dengan statistik jangkitan berada di tahap paling tinggi.
Semua pakar meramalkan seluruh negara bakal dijangkiti Purple League.
Rakyat Malaysia perlu bersedia untuk fenomena ini. Semarakkan semangatnya di Astro Arena
dan HD.
This February, set your heart on the rhythm of love. Feel the melody. And dance away with these 4 movies.
लेकिन उनको ढूंढेगी कैसे?
Only on Bollywood HD. Tune to channel 200 to subscribe.
I like it. The NBA on Astro Supersport 4 and HD.
Demam purple kini di tahap maksima.
Semakin memuncak dengan virus panas membara.
Dengan statistik jangkitan berada di tahap paling tinggi, rakyat Malaysia perlu bersedia untuk fenomena ini.
Semarakan semangatnya. Purple League peringkat akhir. Dapatkan tiket anda sekarang.
There's a classier way to reach your football stars. Join the Astro PFA Fans Player of the Month contest.